recently just got back from a trip to Siem Reap in Cambodia, and I had such an incredible time there. I'm so happy that I went in the end. But the main thing that I didn't realize is that there are so many temples in Siem Reap, like so many. Temples definitely aren't for everyone, so this list is for you. By the way, I'm sitting outside in Singapore and it's pouring with rain, which is why I'm holding the microphone so close to my face. The number one thing on my list of things to do in Siem Reap is the floating villages. I cannot recommend this enough. It was my absolute favorite thing that I did in Siem Reap. The village that I went to was called Kampong Plok, and it was so incredible. So we got to sit on top of a boat, and it just drove really slowly and really non-intrusively through this village, and it truly felt like a living and breathing working village. So there were people actually living there and sending their kids to school there, and they had churches, and they used to have a hospital back in the day, and they've got markets, and it's so incredible to see a place that was actually authentic, because I went to a floating village in Vietnam and they were like, this is a floating village, and I was like, pretty sure people don't still live here. But this one, it was actually very real, and it was so interesting to see. There's 3 different villages that you can choose from. The one that I went to was called Kampong Plok, and there's 2 others, but the other 2 have a reputation for ripping off the tourists. So basically they charge a really high fee for things, or some of them will even say like, you should buy these books and pens for kids to go to school, but then, you know, they just keep the money for themselves and they don't even give the stuff to the school. So maybe like do some research beforehand. I heard that Kampong Plok was one that is quite authentic and they're very truthful, and that was 100% my experience. I barely even had the opportunity to buy something, which was amazing, because that's the number one thing that I hate the most when I go on tours. It was so incredibly enriching. Like my mind was just blown by so many facts, everything he said. It was amazing. So please go and check that out. Definitely number 1 on my list right now. So the next up on my list is Kulen Falls. Actually, well, it's Kulen Mountain, and then there's a waterfall there. On top of the mountain, they've also got a temple, which was great. It was interesting. It wasn't particularly visually impressive, but it was very interesting to see, and there was a lot of culture. Just interesting things were there. So definitely go and check that out while you're there. Plenty of souvenir shops, of course, but the real, most exciting part of it is the waterfall, and it was absolutely beautiful. Just this massive waterfall surrounded by so much nature, and you get to swim in the bottom, and it's really beautiful. I really love this place. The main negative that I can think of is that because there was so many tourists to go and see it, the boardwalk wasn't really big enough to accommodate for that many people. So it was pretty crowded when I actually got there. So many people here. So peaceful. But once you get in the water, it's totally fine, because there's not that many people actually in the water. And the other negative I can think of is that it's a 2-hour drive away. So yeah, like bring your headphones. The next thing that I would highly recommend is please go and see the Cambodian Fair Circus. So this is one that you can definitely do at nighttime. I think I went to the 5 p.m. show. Like, I've seen a lot of circus shows in my life. I love circus. I do circus myself. And it was so unique. It wasn't unique in that they spent millions of dollars on the set or the costumes or, you know, anything like that. The acts themselves, of course, were incredible, but the most unique and powerful thing about it was that all of the circus performers used to be once poor, hungry children starving on the streets of Cambodia, basically. You can just tell by the way that they're performing that you can just tell they've got such an incredible life experience, and it immediately comes out through their performance. And it was so much more powerful and so much more, you know, touching than any museum or History Channel show that I've ever seen. It was really incredible. I can highly recommend that to everyone. It was only $19, and the quality of performance was really good. And of course, all of the money goes back straight into the circus, where they are helping to get kids off the street, basically. And you can't support that kind of thing enough. It was really amazing. So the next on my list is something that I didn't actually get the chance to do when I was in Cambodia, but I got to do it when I was in Vietnam, and that is to take a cooking class. So I took a cooking class in Hoi An, and I had such a fun time, and you get to do so much considering the little amount of money that you pay. They're quite cheap in Cambodia. I can't remember exactly how much. I want to say about $20. You get to cook like 3 different meals, and they teach you all of the cooking methods. They take you through the markets to find the foods that you need to cook it, and then they teach you how to cook it. And it's a different kind of cultural experience that you can get. It's a little bit different from the norm, and I loved my cooking class in Vietnam. I wish I could have done it in Cambodia, but I didn't really have the time. But I would recommend that to someone going there because I had a ball. I'm getting rained on right now. Okay. Next up on my list is my favorite thing to do in any country that I go and visit, and that's to just go and check out the markets. There's so many markets in Cambodia in the main area. It's not a particularly large city or like town center, but there's just hundreds of shops. It's amazing, but they sell some really, really interesting things. Some things that are just like, and at nighttime it's really cool because the whole entire place lights up, and they've got all kinds of like ice cream shops are everywhere. You can buy like alcohol everywhere, of course. You can buy like spiders on a skewer and scorpions and like mini snakes and stuff like that, just to, you know, nibble on in case you're feeling a bit peckish. I'll eat a lot of things, but I'm not sure if insects are one of them. But I mean, each to their own. You can give it a go if you want. It's good for the gram. Also in town, there's 1,000,001 different massage places that you can go to, and everything is so cheap. I got a massage at least once every day. I got like 2 in one day, and it was just no regrets. And lots of places where you can put your feet in the fish tanks and then the fish like nibble at your feet. Yeah, I didn't get to do that, but I'll try it one day. Which kind of brings me more or less to my next point, and that is Pub Street. Pub Street is basically the same kind of area, but at nighttime it's just lined with all kinds of different pubs selling all kinds of very, very, very cheap alcohol. You can buy a beer for 50 cents, 50 US cents. You can get a cocktail for like $1.50, something like that. It's just mental. It's crazy. I think I bought like 1 drink though. I'm not really a drinker, but I mean, if you're a drinker. And the last thing on my list is another thing that I didn't get to do, but actually going to see the Cambodian Circus. It made me actually really want to go to a museum. For like basically the first time ever in my life, I felt myself wanting to check out one of the museums. They have a landmine museum as well, where you can actually go and see real live landmines to see what they look like and the effects that they can have. And it would be a very different experience than just going to like a regular kind of museum. Their history oh man, they've got a dark history, but somehow the people there are just so beautiful. Everyone has a smile on their face, and everyone is so kind and so caring and giving, and I just loved it. I love the people there. They're just so warm and welcoming. It was truly, truly amazing. Anyway, I could keep talking about this for a very long time, obviously. Yeah, that's my list of things to do in Cambodia that do not include temples. Siem Reap is quite a small town from my observations. I was only there for a couple of days. I was in Siem Reap for 3 full days and 2 half days, and I still had a very like chill time. I wasn't rushing around to see everything, so there's not a whole lot of things to see, but there's a lot of really cool, tiny, interesting things that you can see while you're there. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've learnt something new from this video. I had an absolute ball when I was in Cambodia, so I hope that you do too, and that you've got some ideas of things to do when you go there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like videos like this, that was a lot of likes, you can hit the subscribe button. Thanks for putting up with this like weird kind of setting at the moment, talking into a microphone like a singer for some reason. I'm in Singapore at the moment, and I'm performing in a show at Suntec City, which is where I am right now. I've got a show in an hour and a half. So I'm just fitting my filming in wherever I can, and it's pouring with rain, so that didn't really help me. So yeah, here's where I am right now. Oh yeah, good old Singapore. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Very soon I'll be putting out some more videos about Singapore and what I'm doing here, why am I here, and then some more like expat-y, Singapore-y kinds of things. And very, very, very exciting news is coming out very soon, and I can't wait to talk about it. No! Okay, see you later. Bye.